Alright, so last time we finally completed all of Shattered Space. We surveyed Varunkai, surveyed the entire planet, sold off a bunch of our good loot, and now it is time to bring our focus back to the rest of the settled systems and focus on the main quest line of Starfield. And to do that, we're going to return to the main quest, specifically back to Vectera, where we first found the artifact, and go from there. So let's begin.
You're back. Finding a good mushroom?
My bad, I just realized the screen wasn't on.
I don't know if it was the right call to end the Serpent's crusade, but I trust your judgment.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Thank you. Pick up the hail. We've really found your criminal. I'm gonna make you eat those for our video.
Tags they've wrapped They've lost grab jump capability. Their shields have been blown out their grab drive.
It would seem that the work here has come to an end. Well, you're back. Don't you lin me. I thought things had already gone sideways, but no, that was just the beginning. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties, they didn't make it. Who knows with pirates? Revenge, peeking at the scraps. Maybe they're from a different crew and we just got hit twice by sheer bad luck. It's not like we were eager to stick around, but we had injured people on recovery and pickup coming at some point. Just not soon enough. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you."
Your humor is ill-timed.
Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Hella. I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barrett put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them. Too risky to put that in the message. Too much liability. You know how it is. Our clients need to know when the operations start and stop. We handle the rest. Don't push it, Dusty. I lost people. People I knew, all right? You were only here 2 outings tops. And for your information, I ran straight to the comms room when they were flying away. Tried to see if I could reach them, but the computer is fried. Even if we knew where they were. I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up. You wanna try fixing that computer? Go ahead. I'm packing up, Dusty. What a mess. Just don't get your hopes up, okay? You wanna try fixing that computer? Go ahead.
Supervisor's log supplemental. Still day 2 of Argos Extractor's Vectera dig. Freestar Collective Claim ID Beta 7548 Alpha. As far as anyone knows, this is just another ore run. Vectera's got enough mid-level veins to keep everyone working and not asking questions. I've told Hella everything he needs to know, which is pretty much everything I know. That this is another one of Barrett's special orders. He made good with the payment for Kazal, even if it was a bust. This time, I'm not so sure. This place is giving me the willies. I think we're going to find something. I just have no idea what it could be, or why Barrett might want it. But those sweet constellation credits mean we dig our holes and keep our mouths shut. And I'm okay with that. Hopefully, between Barrett's mysterious thing and the ore itself, we'll be done with this rock in 5 days, when the transport is supposed to come back for extraction.
would prefer that we both remain light on our feet. You never know what could happen.
This is the personal log of Lynn's amazing right-hand man. That's me, Heller. Another day, another giant rock. The rock currently in question is Vectera, which is, it's a moon. It's in space, it's got ore, like the last 100. Unless you're me and can appreciate the beautiful distinctions between neodymium, vanadium, and iridium. I love these clowns, but most of them can't tell iron from lead. Personal log. Heller, Argos Extractors. I figured Vectera for your standard moon. Looks like I was misinformed. Lynn just filled me in on what we're really doing here. Looks like Lynn's got another, what's the word she used? Discreet contract with that Barrett guy. He says there's something special here, and he's paying top dollar for us to find it, rip it out, and deliver it, no questions asked. I have, of course, been honoring this arrangement by asking Lynn a ton of questions. She's playing it close to her sweaty old vest, as usual. But a guy does have to wonder, what the hell does special even mean in this case? We're on a moon, in the middle of nowhere. Either this guy wants to make jewelry from some rare space diamonds, or there's some kind of ancient alien death weapon buried here. If it's diamonds, I'm totally stealing one to give to Jennifer, or Carlos, or Naya. And if it's a death weapon, I get to shoot it first. Those are my terms.
Argos was your previous employer, yes? This must seem especially strange to you.
Is there some compulsion that leads you to do this? Childhood trauma? It is okay to let things go.
Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship. You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face. We're doomed. Capital D, doomed. Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat. Rescue us.
So, you actually get that computer working again? Oh. Okay. Yeah? Got anything? What? Let me see that. Funny. Even knowing he's alive, I still never want to see him again. Hella, on the other hand. Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay? What? Really? Not really cut out for whatever it is people like you and Barrett do. But it might not be a bad time to think about a career change after all this. If you have room in your crew for an outpost supervisor, maybe we can talk. Well, don't start buying me stuffed animals for my birthday or anything. But yes, alright. I don't like seeing my people hurt. Even Barrett and Hella. Just get after them, okay? And hey, if you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. Maybe it's time to put Argos behind me. Seems like you've been keeping busy, Dusty. If, you find yourself in need of a capable traveling companion, we should talk. My contract's up with Argos, and I could use a change of scenery. After this mess? Certainly. It's just a job. Nothing to get sentimental about. Sure. I don't mind taking orders from a former employee. It can't be worse than working for Barrett. If you give me an outpost to run, I'll have it optimized for rapid material production in no time. I can make myself useful in other ways, too. I'm a good hand with explosives, and you'll never hear me complain about carrying a heavy pack. All right. Stay safe, Dusty. I'll be cleaning up here a while longer if you decide you need me. Seems like you've been keeping... My contract's up. Works for me. I'm not fussy about assignments. I'll go where I'm needed. Right. I'll get to work. Let's catch up.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Can I help? If you have any gear... So long.
You're
Auxiliary. Recommending to
Often.
conversation over. Running analysis.
Good luck finding Barrett. Keep an eye out for Hella while you're at... Can't believe Barrett's not... Yes! No, I don't. I only ask as many questions as I need to get my job done. I had no idea it was dangerous. I've seen skeletons the size of starships buried in sheetrock, and crystals that release a toxic gas potent enough to kill you through your suit. Once I was part of a job that unearthed an entirely new species of cave-dwelling insects. You never know what you'll find when you break ground. Rocks are good at keeping secrets. No, whatever that thing was, it's the only one I've ever seen. I'm glad it's not my problem anymore. Don't hold grudges, Dusty. I sent you to do the job I was paying you for. Running into strange things underground is an occupational hazard for miners. No, I don't. Wishing won't change the past. But if you need an apology, then I'm sorry you were the one I sent to pick it up. I hope that helps you sleep at night, Dusty. No, I don't. And I'm glad you bounced back from it. Losing a miner is never easy. I never considered anything else. My parents were miners too. I've been learning the trade since I was old enough to dig. The longest I've spent above ground was the year and a half I served in the UC military during the Colony War. That was more than enough for me. I prefer to keep my boots full of dust and my pockets full of credits. Less trouble that way. Let's hear it. I did. I know I don't seem like the military type. Like most people, I was less practical when I was young. I was a drill sergeant. You don't seem surprised. I have a firm hand and a knack for getting the best out of people. The UC saw that and put me in charge of training new recruits for combat. I was talked into it. Someone I loved felt called to serve, and he asked me to join him. Only one of us walked away from the war, though. I was only in the military for a year and a half. I spent the rest of the war underground, mining materials for the UC to turn into ships and bullets. I hope you meant that as a compliment. Regardless, I wasn't cut out for a long military career. I lost someone dear to me in the war. Whatever nobility I saw in fighting for the UC died with him. It was my husband, the love of my life. He was killed just a month before the armistice. No, we didn't. I was stationed at a recruiting center on Jemison, and he served on the front lines. He was a crewman aboard one of the UC's largest ships. He used to tease me about how much more exciting his service was than mine. He always hated being stuck in cities for too long. The transport vessel he was aboard was shot down by the Freestar Collective. Hundreds of lives lost. That's the cost of peace. My husband was proud to serve the UC. He served honorably, and I'm proud of him for it. I only wish I'd gotten to say goodbye. Thank you. It was never quite the same after he died. Sure. His name was Manuel. He was a miner, like me. We were stationed at the same outpost for a few years, and we had the same supervisor. He was a better man than most. Honest, kind-hearted, and even-tempered. I've never felt more at peace than I did when I was with him. Losing him was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Damn Colony War. 5 years. Then we were married for most of it. I knew he was right for me after our first conversation. And I'm not the type to waste time. I can still remember the look on his face when I asked him to marry me. Do I seem like the motherly type, Dusty? No. We never had children of our own. Manuel has a daughter named Miranda, but she was already a teenager when we got married. She lives in New Homestead with her family. We aren't very close, but I try to see her every time I pass through the Sol system. Heartbreaking doesn't even begin to describe it. Manuel was absolutely everything to me. Losing him shook me to my core. I've never been the same. It was my husband. Thank you. Manuel was my greatest joy. When he died, he took most of my happiness with him. I couldn't handle the heartbreak, so I threw myself into work. I barely looked up from a cutter for years after that. I figured if I kept my head down and my workers safe, that eventually I'd get over the loss. But it's like I said, time doesn't heal everything. I believe I was only ever meant to love one person. I still hate waking up without him. I was with the other officers at my base when a report came through about one of our ships being destroyed. I recognized its name from Manuel's messages. It took a few days before the casualty reports started coming through. But by the time one of the officers came to console me, I already knew he was gone. Space battles don't tend to leave many survivors. Maybe you're right, Dusty. That's what Manuel would want too. It's easier said than done. But leaving Argos was a good first step. I don't have as much to worry about out here. Gives me more time to think. Manuel was my greatest. I barely looked, but it's like I... Certainly. I hope that satisfied you.
Huh. Didn't think you were still around.
Engines firing. Here we go. We're locking into orbit now.
More challenges.
others will always be steel.
Landing struts primed. Retros fired.
Need a hand with something? I'm listening.
We should booby-trap the cargo on your ship. I don't trust any of your crew not to steal it.
Is something amiss? Sorry, ma'am. You will be lost. You have my attention. A good team always... That is all? Very... Well.
Oh, you're back. Everyone here has been talking about you behind it. No.
Yeah, what is it? Yes, yes. This is definitely not the kind of place I'd set up an outpost.
I'll try not to be a backseat driver.
unflammable. What are you, rich? I'm not, but I can't. The main problem is that she's... So, if I complain about her speed, if I didn't know better, I'd... Yeah, can you buy me a new ship? Last thing I need. Guess I'll get back to these repairs.
This world's seen better days. I wonder if it's always looked like this.
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you was some pirate coming back to kill me. Lucky me, right? Considering the spaceship wreckage, you mean? Yeah, well, you missed the worst of it. Pretty sure we ripped through all the emergency meds that were salvageable. Hey, you know, when I pulled you to the med bench back on Vectera, I honestly thought, shit, I think I just saved someone's life. Oddly proud moment, you know? So, I guess I'm saying, glad I paid it forward.
Indeed. Without your help, we wouldn't have ever gotten this worthwhile addition to Constellation.
Man, I was so terrified when I got pulled on board that pirate ship. There it was all, sorry, brother, I'll get us out of this. Trust me. Not what you and I would call a plan, necessarily. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. He tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. Trick the pirates into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer. How am I supposed to defend myself against these pearly whites? He's gonna bite my face off." I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. All of a sudden, we were wrestling with two of them. Barrett reached for one of their guns. Bingo. Blasted the pilot right in the back. Through to the flight console. And dropped orbit like a rock off a high-rise. I blacked out. And when I came to, there he was. Smiling like it was just another day on the job. You missed the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing. Well, no, I don't think so. I caught him holding his ribs a few times. Favored his left leg a bit, you know? Oh, yeah. Probably should have talked about that first. Did I mention I'm on a lot of painkillers? So, I was real excited when a ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really less excited when Barrett said, "It's okay, I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone. I was drifting in and out. But, I think I heard the word ransom. Yeah, you know, you're really the one who should be upset about all this. Me, laying here, half-conscious, real inconvenience. Got a signal from the ship before they grav-jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming. I think Argos is probably gonna write this whole thing off. Plus, I'm 90% sure working for you would be safer. I hope. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. Think the worst of it is over. Yeah, actually, feeling pretty good. You'll let me know when you're heading out, right? Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock. Don't worry about me. I'm a tough cookie. The painkillers are starting to work. I'll be just fine after a good nap. You bet. I've worked on enough remote outposts that I know a thing or two about optimizing them for material production. And if you're in the market for a mining buddy, I'm your guy. Damn, I just can't catch a break. Guess I'll wait around for someone else to pick me up. Still think there might... Whew, oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. For a second there, I thought you were gonna leave me behind. What's on the agenda today? You got it. Catch you on the flip side, boss. Thanks for letting me tag along.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett.
Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah. Thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
That last click is so satisfying, isn't it?
I found something for you.
Artifacts are yours.
Welcome back. If I had not mentioned it, I have another package ready for delivery. Right. Suppose I heard you. The contents, what we agreed on? Yes, Vladimir and I agreed on what should be included. That's all fine then. Do let me know if you get a response. That is highly unlikely, but if it happens, I will be sure and tell you.
Oh, I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful.
eyes open. We're in the Crimson Fleet's territory. Okay, that's it. Time to sell. For some of your junk. Yes? I'll only carry... Not at all. Bye for now. I suppose it's possible the Crimson Fleet has left something valuable behind, though I doubt it. Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk. I'm listening. Have something for... Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's no certainty to the universe at all. Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn into suggestions.
You're pulling my leg again, right? It's the greatest thing you've seen. No exaggerations this time.
Let me think. Unicorn. Not kidding.
What? The mythical mare with the magic horn thing? Come on. Was King Arthur riding on it too?
Okay, it was more of an extremophile in the vague shape of a horse. But my point still stands. You need an open mind out there. You go into the far reaches of space too tightly wound, your brain is just gonna pop like a soda can.
The heck was in that drink anyway?
Meant for humankind.
Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular Constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. Matsura the Grim here and I actually have a lot in common.
Both escape artists. Being captured by Systef myself, plenty of times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Relativity. We're all just creatures of the universe, trying to get away from what's after us. Well, you didn't need to worry too much. Matsura the Grim here is actually a wonderful host.
No reason captivity should be unpleasant.
See, that's what I mean, Matsura. Real considerate.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom? Very well. Perhaps it would be best to just let Barrett go.
Well, that was surprisingly easy.
Got enough. Matsura's in charge.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
Go. I do not encourage you to return.
Got
Our
nothing to
business
say
is
to you.
concluded. See yourselves out.
So, back to the lodge? Please, go on. Let's see. I've been in Constellation for a long time, as you know. I enjoy cheese, my work, and long walks on unexplored planets. What else did you want to know about? I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision. Flashing lights, the whole shebang. Well, it certainly means something, because not everyone who touches the artifacts sees them. My first instinct was it was a message of some kind, like the Voyager records. Communication from a higher life form reaching out blindly into space. But now I'm wondering if the vision wasn't just sensory. My new theory is something's changed in us physiologically. As in not just a message from beyond, but a delivery. On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, followed them to the artifact. Sure, like. Let me know if there's anything else. Oh, I'm curious. Anytime. Honestly, I was kind of rolling the dice with you. But hey, sometimes a bet pays off. Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain doom here. A little charm goes a long way when the knives are out. Matsur the Grim? Honestly, pretty nice guy as far as pirates go. Think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibe. Yes? Well, okay then.
I enjoyed our conversation, but we're done.
The Crimson Fleet is just a bunch of pirates that masquerades as a navy. jump, I often wonder how high.
Unidentified ship. We're going to attempt to scan you for contraband. Please comply. Pretty please.
Barrett, I know you have explained it before, but I still do not understand.
Yes again? Okay, let me try one more time. It's better to talk things out than to slug them out. I'd rather outwit someone than outpunch them.
But fighting is so much simpler.
Well, I gave it a shot. I'm sure we'll do this again sometime.
I wonder if any discovery reports have come in while we were away.
Sorry for the wait.
At your service, Captain.
Got a little held up on Vectera.
Barrett, we were worried sick. Well, some of us were.
I see what you did there, Walter. And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Actually, Walter has been complaining about you more than usual, which is always a sign when he's worried. Don't start, Country.
Wait, is that? And to think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now look at them all. You feel it a bit, can't you? Ever since I found the second one, had the visions. Being around them is just comforting. So hey, I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging you into all of this. Why don't I stick around? Help you get adjusted to the weird corners of the universe? It doesn't really matter to me. Never get too attached to ships. After the 5th or 6th time, one blows up and you get marooned. The romance fades. Plus the Frontier's a constellation ship. And you're one of us now. So it's just as much yours as mine at this point. You don't want to get dragged down in the gravity of my genius. I get it. Let me know if you change your mind. Need something? I'm all... Good talk. Alrighty.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
we need to get rid of something here. Well, hey. Hey there. Hey there. Time to get moving.
After an hour of whining, you're finally...
If my ship goes long again, kill me. Checking your record.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits. Nice to meet you. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a 3-star.
If you have a news story for me, Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? I swear you're either a trouble magnet or something. So, SysDef finally, and against all odds, really triumphed against the Crimson Fleet. In their own backyard, no less. How were you involved? So an eyewitness account. Excellent. So, the Vigilants went toe-to-toe with everything the Crimson Fleet could throw at them. And somehow, almost miraculously, they captured the key. The key itself. I've confirmed that with many sources. Anything to add? Oh, so the standard happy to be part of the team boilerplate. I can type that quote in my sleep. You have to feel good about how everything turned out. Commander Ikande is being hailed a hero. And SysDef's popularity is at an all-time high. Your thoughts? That's a common refrain. He was respected before this, but now? And that's all I need. You really do lead an extraordinary life. And as a, well, possibly embarrassing personal note, thank God for you. My source is back. Here to report anything else? Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that? Sounds like maybe you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But all right. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things? Pure instinct, huh? It sounds like New Atlantis, heck the whole UC, owes you a great debt. Any closing comments? I already have a good story here. That's a mouthful. A thankful you guys are around mouthful. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one. Your stories are a big hit. Dear Lord, everyone He's way too... my biggest beat. Next time, then.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon. You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care. Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it? I'm wondering why you'd come looking for it. Well, since I paid for it, it kind of is my business now. Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? I could, but I did pay for it. I'd like to recover my losses. And it's all the way in the back room. I'd have to walk back there, then back out here. Maybe if you hadn't told me it was none of my business, but here we are. Suit yourself. Well, pleasure doing... I hope we have... Right. Welcome to UC Distrib... Oh, well... You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
You're in the Vanguard, right? Hey.
I don't mean to be pushy, but I really do need those sensors, and quickly. I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Yes, I must admit it feels good to be vindicated. People can be so stubborn when it comes to plant life. It takes a botanist to truly understand that the well-being of plants is directly tied to the well-being of humans. But I digress. Let's get back on track.
The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Yes, I would say that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been... To what you perceive as the more insignificant customs.
Interesting. Such as?
Let me think. Oh, yes. Here's a particularly strange one. After a person sneezes, someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you." Oddly strange to administer absolution after witnessing a bodily function.
Oh, I'm sure there was a perfectly good reason that expression was connected to sneezing, but I'm afraid it's lost to time.
That is a
Praise
shame. I would like to have understood the specific etymology of those words.
Ah, well, I don't think that's necessary, Andresia. It's enough to know that being courteous to others is the right thing to do.
Did you need something?
Working for you beats trying to evade us. You know that.
necessary for you to drag around all that gear.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Yes? We're in the clear. There's a huge difference between being prepared and carrying too much. We should have a talk when you have the time, of course.
Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you so overwhelmed you couldn't remember a thing? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Unfortunately, no. Other than you and Barrett, there were no records of direct encounters with the artifacts. I have to admit, though, I did get more than a bit sidetracked reminiscing about old times. Oh, well, sure. It's not an emergency. Let me know when you have some time. Remember our last conversation? Well, just because I wasn't familiar... Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. Aja Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first. Well, there's no reason to be jealous. They were just, I don't know, different times. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I adopted her methods. You know, Aja and I logged quite a few interesting discoveries together. But it was the journey itself that I'll never forget. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Really? Well, for me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. Yeah, you know, being alone in interstellar space, nothing but light years of black around you. Some people find that terrifying. I find it comfortable. It helps me bond with my shipmates. I'll be certain to watch my back. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. I wasn't gunning for her spot. In fact, everyone at Constellation was surprised when she announced she was retiring and moving to Parima 2. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Oh, don't worry. There's no bad blood between us. The worst that might happen is you get stuck listening to two old friends catching up on old times. Yeah, you'll do. Look, I don't expect you to be an exact copy of Aja. Your hunger for exploration, to pierce the veil and seek the unknown, it's a common bond that we share. I wouldn't have it any other way. I won't be disappointed at all. And if it turns to be the case, I'm certain things will continue to run smoothly. Anyway, that's all I had to discuss for now. Thanks for spending time listening to me. It really helps. Bye-bye.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Oh man, our ships and you wouldn't happen to... That's all right. But if you manage... you manage to find anything? Wow! Yes? Hey.
Let's put it in gear.
Did Vladimir inform you that I will be making All right. Suppose you were due for one. The, contents, they're what we agreed on. That's all fine then. Do let me know.
Denton approaching vessel. Docking
I will be
approved.
sure and tell you.
Dan acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
How may the trade of... By all means.